Hello, everybody. Hi. Hello. What I got? Happy 3/23/2023, everybody. I've got my main girls in the house. Yep. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hi. You know what I just realized today? Sidebar before we even start. That I went into a replay and there's no chat. I could have sworn that when you watch the replay that you can watch the chat. So let me know, you guys. You guys have watched the replays. Can you watch the chat in the replay? Is it just me? Like what? I don't know. I'm so confused. I could have sworn that was the case, but I guess not. So I'm glad that I usually read the chat, because for people watching in the replay, I guess, I don't know. No chat. Shit. I don't know why I thought that there was chat. Okay, so I'm going to be even more diligent about watching the chat. I'm getting on YouTube here right now, so hold tight for me, ladies. I've got an agenda today. I'm a little delirious. I've been up all night. I never slept. I went on a journey last night. It was a plant medicine. It was a mushroom journey I was guided to go on after yesterday's live and spirit walk. Oh, let's just discuss that for a second. Rewind. Let's discuss yesterday's spirit walk. The live and the spirit walk. Wow, that spirit walk was that is truly, when we talk, this whole week. Monday with Gaia, Tuesday our souls, Wednesday with our ceremony, transported to another place and time, looping and activating us in these timelines. What a doozy. I was definitely in those two timelines and everything that's connected to them for a while, and then I was so tired, and then I took a nap. It took about an hour and a half, and then I was like, I need to take a nap. So I slept from like 2:30 my time till almost 8, and it was dark when I woke up from my nap, and I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting one. Who is this? Tarua. Hello. I was like, this is going to be interesting. And so I got up, I made food. Another sidebar for those of you who are in the US and want to learn to cook vegetarian meals, Vanessa, might want to try Green Chef. It's a meal kit. They send you all the ingredients for you to cook yourself, and they have a good amount of vegetarian options. Probably one of the best. I've literally tried almost all meal kits, the ones that are pre-prepped and ready to go, and the ones that you do yourself. Green Chef is has really good, yummy meals. And so anyway, I made one of those last night. It was delicious, and just took my time and was guided to finish making my bath brew that I've been brewing for a couple days. It was the equinox. It was the new moon. And so everything. And then last night, going from the 22 to the 23rd, going into this galactic portal and everything that's going on with Pluto in Aquarius. Oh, we're going to get into it, family. We're going to get into it. So, without getting into too much detail about my little journey last night, I do want to touch a bit on, well, let me check in here with the chat before I get started. I need a nap right now. You're so funny. Noted. I was actually looking at vegan cookbooks focused on the chakras today. Good for you, my love. I was thinking about you today. I was thinking about you and the food. I don't know. A whole bunch of things came through. But anyhow, definitely try Green Chef. And I think I can send, if anybody's interested, because I'm already in there, I can send you like a gift box or something. You get like your first box free. So if you're interested, please let me know. And I will do that. So one thing I want to, without getting into too much detail about, and when we've been talking about this month, this week, and everything that's going on for us, and the healing energies, the connecting energies, that's getting in and deep healing and finding out truths and things rising to the surface and seeing things clearly and blah, 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 blah. So I started to feel a bit, in the last like 24, 48 hours, it's been ramping up a bit. I was feeling a bit of psychic attack. My body was acting in the way that it does when, I guess the best way to put that and keep this simple is when there's like some energetic shit slinging going on, and somebody has not the best energy or intentions, or thoughts about you. It's like dark magic kind of shit. And, I was trying to figure out what was going on with that. And in my session last night, it became really, really clear on a few different levels. So, like I said, I don't want to get too far into that right now, but I do want to just not, and this isn't to stir up any kind of fear-based stuff, so let's keep that in check. But it is to be hyper aware of anything that's going on in your field, or you may be connected to or opened up to, or any kind of strife or whatever that may be connected to, or people may have in certain ways, gripes, whatever. To really kind of, instead of kind of glossing over things, really think about that. Spend a little time on your own, sooner than later, and think and really tap into your energy field and see where there may be toxicity coming in from any of your cords, and kind of follow that back and do what you need to do with cord resets or cord cutting to clean and flush out the energies and reinforce what we're doing and feeling with ourselves. Let's see here. Dawn says, yesterday was mind-blowing, like there's no wrapping your head around it. It just is. And you're right, it was totally. Leticia says, I have problems with the connection on Fireside. It stops always the show, so I'm going to switch you to, oh, that sucks, honey. Okay, so I have it on YouTube here, and I will do my best to, I'm going to keep actually YouTube open on my screen for right now. I'm going to have to switch that in a minute when I get into business. And I am able to open up the chat here, so that's cool. And I am here on the mic. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Hear me good. So anyway, that's about as much as I want to say about psychic attack and negative energy and cords and stuff like that. I've talked about all this kind of stuff a lot. And I hope that for anybody who's new to energy cords and psychic attack and all that, please take a look at my website. There's a lot of information there. Look up energy cords in the search. It'll pop up the free PDF. You can also, from my website, archangelslove.com, go to my Medium profile where I publish all my articles, and we're trying to get them all in the library on my website too. But Medium has the most content, always up to date with what I put out, and I think we have that article for Psychic Attack up, but it is part of the latest version of the Essential Empath Guidebook that will be coming out hopefully soon. I can keep getting sidetracked with other things that we have to do, but anyway, okay. And I guess lastly about that is, when it comes to anything nefarious, kind of messing with your field. And let's just face it, when it comes to, being open to that kind of stuff, me being public and open, I open myself up by putting myself out there, and especially in a very open, heart open, spiritual way. My intention is to connect, to inform, to teach, to guide, to heal, to empower, to help you with your evolution, your understanding of yourself, of creation, of your soul, of your guides and guardians, and all this stuff. There's a lot of light, it's like a beacon of light, but that will also attract some dark stuff too. So I worked with my guides and spirit animals, namely wolves, to basically drive off nefarious energies. They came in really strong. It was super awesome. Not the first time that the wolves have come in to let me know that they need to work with me to help protect me, and they have done that, and it's been and it was really amazing. So anyway, we can always talk about that more later, but I wanted to just kind of put that out there. Kind of, have people kind of think about that in your own right. Alrighty. So I do have quite the agenda. We're going to be doing things a little bit differently here today. I'm going to do some of this bowl business. This is my crystal singing bowl, and now my kitty is getting up in them. Why does she always do this? She always does this. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to be gentle. Dawn told me that you can kind of hear the, I'm going to try to do this. There we go. Take deep breaths through this. Just really thinking about clearing your field, harmonizing the frequency. We are in this amazing galactic portal today. We're going to be really tapping in. All of the energies coming through. So think about opening up your spiritual body, your mental body. This is going to be a bit of a review and a class. I want you to think about receiving. It is awesome sound, isn't it? Thank you. It can get so loud. I'm just not sure what'll blow it out here. Tapping in with the energy surrounding this galactic portal, the equinox, the new moon, Saturn, age of Aquarius. We're going to get into that. But again, first, just really think about opening up all your bodies, mental body, spiritual body. emotional body, physical body to receive the information and the downloads and activations that are coming through. Whoa, got away from me. Sorry guys, had my eyes closed, got away from me. There is a vortex of energy that opened up a little bit after midnight, and it is pulling down galactic light and aligning specifically with the energies, intense energies of Pluto. And that is like the power thrusters on everything that's going to be going on for quite some time. So I hope that felt really, really good. Leticia says the sound comes across the best when you tap on the bowl. Oh, well, see, I'm not sure that, well, you know, it's interesting if it's coming through here and simulcasting to YouTube, if there's different sound on Fireside versus YouTube. I'm not sure. But anyway, I could do this all day because it feels so good. But we're going to move on, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. As I said, actually, I'm going to move this because I know the cats, I don't want the cats to knock this over. And they have to get up in my shit, as they always do. So let me check in here with the chat. Jeanette is here. Hello, Jeanette. Karen, it's not coming through at times. Oh, bummer. Feels so good. I have a mini migraine from all the energies going on. Oh, well, let's close that up. Hello, Fawn. Welcome. Hi, Fawn. I know you are new. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. We're just, whoopsie. Close that. We're just going to get into it here. And I do suggest that you grab a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, your notebook, or however it's going to work for you to take notes. I'm going to do a lot of reading today. That's what we're guided to do. I'm not sure if we're actually going to do an oracle or if the time's going to be spent doing some reading, what I'm guided to do for us today. So I have a few things ready. So let's get to it here at 12. I don't know. Is it 12:22, 12:21, 12:20? I don't know. I see all the times right now. Hello, Karen. Welcome. So thanks for being here with me, everybody, on the Fireside and the YouTube live or in the replay in the future. I want to say a couple words and I want you to tap into these. Transform. Also transforming, transforms, to change in composition or structure, to change the outward form or appearance of, to change in character or condition, to convert, and to undergoing what it is to undergo a transformation. So that's transform. Sovereignty, a supreme power, especially over a body politic, freedom from external control, autonomy, controlling influence, one that is sovereign, And then our next word, exalted. Exalted. And basically it means to be elevated in rank or power or character, to be held in high estimation, glorified or praised. But my favorite, to be raised high. So these are the words that have been ringing in my head all day long, guided to share with you. Here's a couple other things. Today is the 23rd day of this month, and we are in the year 23. So I was guided to look up 2323, that angel number combination. And I almost always go to Joanne's Sacred Scribes for my angel numbers. So 2323 is a number that is primarily associated with creativity, manifestation, and directing energy, and encourages you to express your personal freedom in unique and innovative ways. The number 2323 is a message to stay positive and optimistic about your future and destiny, and give any concerns, fears, and worries to the angels for healing and transmutation. Using positive affirmations, maintaining a positive attitude, and focusing on a successful and fulfilling future will manifest your wishes, wants, and desires into your life. Angel number 2323 brings confirmation that your prayers are being answered and the angels are watching over you, guiding, assisting, and ensuring that your wishes come to fruition. Things are coming together for you, bringing balance and stability to many aspects of your life. Use your divine abilities to guide your thoughts, intentions, and actions in positive, uplifting, and empowering ways, and express your truths with confidence and communicate with others on a spiritual level. Now, 2323 reduces to the number one, which is, of course, the beginning. One is the very first number. In the zero, we are in a state of kind of that what's called the 0 point. You're not moving, you're circling, you haven't started, you've completed the cycle, and now one is a new beginning. So there we go with that. I love those messages. There's all this stuff at the beginning here when it comes to those numbers: life purpose, ascended master, sensitivity, partnerships, relationships, faith, trust, balance, insightfulness, hope and charity, friendliness, social ability, growth, expansion, and the principles of increase, abundance. This time we have right now is about resetting how we connect to the material matrix. And while we're alive in this realm and timeline and everything that's going on, we can never, ever completely disconnect from the material matrix, and we're not supposed to. We're supposed to manage our programming within the material matrix as we continue to rise and deeply connect more and more with the abundance matrix through our abundant body. We're going to get into our abundant body a lot and deeply in our Soul Quest program starting on the 3rd of April. I'm super excited about. Been talking about it, comes up every day. So there you go. First time out of the gun there. Okay, so let me find Okay, so we're gonna get into Pluto enters Aquarius, revolution and rebirth, and I'm being guided to connect with moon omens here. Moon omens, Tanya Gabrielle, Pam Gregory are pretty much my go-tos for astrology and numerology, spirit, another look through a lens, different looks through a lens at the what we're dealing with that I have resonated with and always feel guided to, and to share and to work with those energies. So perfectly enough, they put out a brand new article, Pluto Enters Aquarius, Revolution and Rebirth. So let's get right into it. Like I said, I'm going to be reading a lot today. First, this article, not in full. So if you want the entire thing, I'm going to skip around a little bit. And then I'm going to get into a book from Moon Omens. I've been guided to read from there, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to check in here with the whatchamacallit. Your house is beautiful. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you, Fawn. Jeanette says, thanks for what you do and who you are. Aw, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Ditto. Right back at you, baby. Okay, so here we go. I'm try to slow down because I tend to get excited and move too fast. That's why I mess up in my reading. Plus, like I said, I've been up all night. I decided it'd be too hard to try to sleep before having to get up to do this, so I just stayed up. So bear with me. I'm going to do my best. And this is where would be good to take notes. We'll have some, time for questions and answers, definitely. But here we go. On March 23rd, 8:14 a.m. Eastern, Pluto leaves Capricorn and enters Aquarius, beginning a 20-year cycle of drastic social changes, inaugurating a time of revolution, rebirth, and quantum leaps towards the future. Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008, and his ingress into Aquarius brings a massive shift in consciousness. Pluto is going to come back to Capricorn in June and remain there for the rest of the calendar year. For the next couple months, we are getting a taste of what's coming up as Pluto enters Aquarius to stay in 2024. And again, we'll be there for 20 plus years. This shift is going to impact all of us massively, but it is especially relevant for the individuals who are born with planets or angles in fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Those of us more strongly impacted by Pluto's transit through Aquarius are going to experience a once-in-a-lifetime metamorphosis that will ripple into several areas of life. They will not be the same person at the end of this journey. Well, you know what? That's for everybody. But yes, these aspects are going to what was that? Oh, UPS. These signs are definitely going to be feeling that. So wherever, it doesn't have to be your sun sign, could be your moon, your ascending, your or your sun or your Gaia signs for these fixed signs. Okay, Pluto, metamorphosis, soul desires, death, and rebirth processes. In astrology, Pluto is considered to be the force of evolution, the catalyst of our deepest emotional and psychological transformation. Named after the mythological god of the underworld, Pluto is the planet connected to all death and rebirth processes, all life and death cycles. Pluto is considered to be the higher octave of Mars, and the interplay of their energies illustrates the difference between egocentric desire and soul-centric desire, between the surface desires of our ego and the true desires of our soul. So again, I love this so much because we, again, with the Soul Quest program, really pull this apart. The modern ruler of Scorpio correlates with soul-centered desires, with those deepest motivations and intentions that drive all of our choices and eventually represent the reason behind our current incarnation and our soul's evolutionary intentions. Pluto has also a lot to do with our deepest emotional wounds and our shadows and our manipulation tendencies, with all that we suppress, hide, and repress because we are ashamed of it, afraid of it, disgusted by it. This planet is related to compulsion and obsession, but also to power and empowerment. Ultimately, Pluto destroys to make space for creation. And I want to say a little thing here about this manipulation with our manipulation tendencies. This is the tendency to manipulate or to be manipulated. Okay. Aquarius, individuation, liberation, and progress. Wow, too many syllables for me today. Aquarius is the 11th sign of the zodiac, traditionally ruled by Saturn and ruled by Uranus in modern astrology. A yang air fixed archetype, Aquarius is unpredictable, disruptive, and rebellious. Its purpose is to inspire us to break free from the conditioning accumulated during the previous phase of evolution. To break free from the conditioning accumulated during the previous phase of evolution. Corresponding to Capricorn, Aquarius is about individuation, about becoming who we truly are, rather than acting and behaving how we have been programmed to do by our society, family, culture, religion, etc., etc. This sign correlates to objectivity and detachment, to the capacity to perceive our reality from a bird's eye view. It is connected to humanitarianism, social progress, and all group dynamics. Through Aquarius, we recognize the importance of community, the value of networking, and the interdependence of group and individual. We recognize that no man is an island and that together we are stronger. Yes, soul family. In medical astrology, Aquarius is associated with the nervous system, electricity, power, life force, and the electricity running through our bodies, the circulation of fluids, and the lower part of the legs, what we connect to and ground into with Gaia. Some distorted expressions of this archetype are this disconnection from our physical and emotional body, believing in the supremacy of the intellect over the emotional and feeling bodies, and relying on the all head and no heart approach to life. So this would be like kind of calling back to my show the other night, our Oracle show, where we're having conversation. I did Oracle for Vanessa. This is something that she struggles with, and that is grounding into and connecting with the body, with the physical body, the emotional body, and being like focused up into the psychic and spiritual bodies. Okay, social alienation, self-isolation, feeling stranger to oneself, avoidance, or feeling through escaping in virtual reality, and numbing our emotions through mindless scrolling are shadows of Aquarius that can be magnified by Pluto's transit through the sign. So beware. Okay, so collapse of the old structures, exploration of alternative systems, and decentralization. I'm only going to read a little bit. Is this one? Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm just finding my way here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this section here, I'm not going to get into fully. It talks about how there's going to be a breakdown of traditional hierarchies, a decay of old systems, destruction of social structures and institutions, and how everything is going to be basically reformatted. I'm going to skip this a bit, though, because that is, I want us to kind of stay focused on the self here. Pluto enters Aquarius, radical self-responsibility and breaking free of repetitive patterns. This is a big one, you guys. And welcome, Adrian and Laura. Hello, everybody. Pluto's transit through Aquarius is an invitation for us to embrace a deeper sense of personal responsibility and become our own authority. Remember, sovereign, like I said earlier, instead of projecting our power onto external authorities. This is a significant piece of our transition from the old systems and structures to the new ones. And the process of establishing and consolidating new social systems requires each individual to take responsibility for their own conscious participation. Pluto in Aquarius will speed up our deconditioning journey and increase our awareness of the coping mechanisms and survival strategies we adopted as a result of our early experiences. So what's been our pacifiers and crutches and whoobies? This transit will accelerate the process of becoming aware of and breaking free from repetitive patterns of behavior that keep us trapped in disempowering loops. Oh, this is a big one, guys. Big, big, big. Pluto in Aquarius will encourage us to see ourselves objectively and recognize what needs to be transformed within ourselves in order for us to have different experiences rather than blaming others. Transforming our awareness of trauma and the nervous system. Aquarius is associated with trauma, disassociation, and the nervous system. This archetype correlates with sudden, unexpected, and overwhelming experiences that result in a split between mind, body, and emotions, a phenomenon also referred to as fragmentation or soul loss. I'm not into the whole soul loss thing. We don't lose our soul. We just become further disconnected from our soul, but we can't lose it. It's just kind of misleading. It always irks me. During Pluto and Aquarius transit, we can expect an intense focus on healing trauma and deepening our awareness of the impact of past trauma on the body and the nervous system. Throughout the upcoming years, our understanding of trauma, the nervous system, mental health, and the impact of stress will be completely transformed and revolutionized. Oh, good Lord, make it so. People need to understand more how trauma is energy, how that affects not just the nervous system, but all of our systems. Even this person who's writing this doesn't fully understand how that all works, but they're close. Okay, I'm going to skip this section here. Pluto enters Aquarius, technological expansion, the internet, AI, and alienation. I'm going to skip that. So if you're interested, please read for yourself. Pluto square the nodes, addressing skipped developmental stages. Pluto is in a square aspect to the lunar nodes for most of the calendar year. This is a big one because the nodes come into play. That's past and present. Let's get into it. The nodes are currently in the early degrees of Taurus and Scorpio. And even if the square aspect isn't exact yet, we are already feeling it. The fact that Pluto is changing signs while also squaring the nodes points to the immense relevance of these times for our collective and personal evolution. Pluto squaring the nodes is a time to clear past trauma, address skipped steps in our emotional and spiritual development, and deepen our awareness of our true desires. The current square between Pluto and the nodes is Taurus and Scorpio, is an invitation to explore the nature of our attachments. Again, energy cords. It is an opportunity to notice how we give our power away through the energy cords. That's me adding that. And generate energetic and emotional stagnation in our lives. Because the more cords we have, the more things we're attached to, the more people we're attached to. We don't clear that field, that literal cord. We are using up our life force and allowing others to tap into our life force and affect us on all levels, most of the time unknowingly. So that's something to really think about. For instance, by holding on to something we are attached to for too long, that's also definitely a thing. Keeping things in your field, whether it can be just your knickknacks, your clothes, your furniture, not only just people, jobs, and homes, but anything that we are responsible, that's in our possession, we're attached to energetically, and a lot of times for way longer than is good for us. Okay, when the nodes enter Libra and Aries, the focus will go on developing rational intelligence. In particular, we will be invited to gain awareness of how the way we show up in our relationships to other people can bring us closer to ourselves or further away from ourselves. So that's a big one. Remember, this is like talking again about, this is about the nodes, but think about the loops again. Okay, Pluto enters Aquarius, revolution and rebirth. Oh, goodness gracious. 2 words I love so much. I could get them tattooed on my chest. Revolution and rebirth. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was in the final 2 decades of 1700. Think about that, guys. 1700 was the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, because it moves so slowly, because its orbit is so big. It takes a long time. So it's been a long time since Pluto was in Aquarius. So this is a very big deal happening today. Around that time, we experienced the French Revolution, the Enlightenment, the Industrial Revolution, and a myriad of radical and lasting changes in social order, social organization, and human rights. Pluto's transit through Aquarius talks about revolution and rebirth. It calls for a dramatic shift in the relationship between individuals and society, for a drastic change in our relationship with ourselves, with technology, with our bodies, with nature, and with other people. We can't imagine how our reality will be in 20 years. We can't imagine how the world will look like in 20 years. Change is not going to happen overnight. It is going to unfold over the course of more than 2 decades with Pluto in Aquarius. Nonetheless, Aquarius is all about sudden shifts and quantum leaps, and the future may knock on our door before we expect it. Actually, plan to expect it before we're exactly prepared. Around this time, as we adapt to this new energy, we may feel a bit destabilized and experience feelings of restlessness and agitation, for sure. We're going to get more into that. For this reason, it is recommended that we take good care of our nervous system and renew our commitment to those practices that help us ground, relax, and align with our center. Most definitely. Definitely. Talk about that more later. Pluto moving into Aquarius is another big shift and step forward further into the age of Aquarius. This is a shift of consciousness, a shift of the heart, a shift of personality, and a transformation of the world as we know it. It is not a war between the light and the dark. This is a higher and deeper realization, integration, and cohesion of polarity without denying its laws. Oh my God, that's loaded, isn't it? This is a great self-initiation which demands great self-healing. Again, healing. Okay, and then it says tap here to get our book, The Age of Aquarius. It's a must read. We are sending love and blessings your way. So isn't that a great article? Getting to the heart of what all this business is about. The Age of Aquarius is so important. Let's check in with the chat, loves. Let's see here. Whew. Wow, Major Stefan says, yeah, I'm a Leo, so what does this mean for me? I'm going to circle back to that. Claps and smiles. I read this article yesterday. Great. Yes, buckle up, people. I love it. Yeah, it's a great article. And they talk about the Age of Aquarius book. And look what I have here magically. The Age of Aquarius book that I bought months and months and months ago, that I have opened up and been guided to certain parts of it. But I was guided to chapter 3. transition from Pisces into Aquarius, a shift in consciousness and spiritual rebirth. So this is what's going on with Pluto is, like I said, it's like the pop, the push. It's this gateway that's really helping bring in all these energies with the age of Aquarius and what I just read about Pluto. But we're going to take it deeper. We're going to go into the book. It's not too long. And I'm going to, just like I did in the article, I'm going to stop for, commentary as guided. I'll be checking in with the Q&A with the chat. So please, feel free to ask questions and stuff whatever you want to do. Again, you may want to take notes here. But to integrate all this information with what's going on today, it's just concise here and easy for me to get through, to be able to share with you all. So this is what we're going to do. And for Fawn, if you're still, hey, Mary, hello, is Fawn still here? There she is. So, like it said, fixed signs, Leo, is going to, having Leo in your chart, which I do, and as well, it's my rising. It's just, let's put it this way. The best way to put that, and with fixed signs are exactly how it sounds. It's fixed. There's mutable signs and there's fixed signs. And there's, what's the other one? Mutable, fixed, and see my brain. I'm totally spacing right now. Anyway, whatever. Moving on, because I can't think of it. If anybody wants to help me, put it in the chat. I don't know why I can't think of it right now. I don't know. But anyway, so fixed signs, it's kind of like saying, people are, set in their ways. You're fixed with things. The way that you perceive and adjust and change, it's a little bit more difficult. And when it does happen, they're big changes because the fixed signs don't easily mutate like the mutable signs. Cardinal, thank you. The cardinal signs are the last, or the beginning signs of whatever, season. So it's the start of, we won't get into all that, but thank you, Don. Hey, Sebastian. So anyway, so for those of us who have those signs, those fixed signs, and with what's going on with Pluto, there may be bigger structural changes. Could be relationships. It could be your career in a big way, your own spirituality, your health, like things like that, revelations and just programming. So that kind of thing. But this is going to affect everybody. So, okay. So what we're going to do is get into the book, because it's a little long, but it's good business here. It's good business. So here we go. A shift doesn't happen overnight. A new age can't begin on an exact date. It is a gradual process, and it happens in waves and different stages. There is no one strict point in time when one age ends and the other one begins. There is no strict line that we can draw between two ages. So we're heading out of Pisces, going into Aquarius. That's where the age of Aquarius. There are always mixed energies involved, which include the old and the new. We can see both ages being demonized and celebrated at the same time. We see how different groups of people demonize technology, and we also see how different groups of people demonize authorities, presidents, and governments. We see this need to blame something outside of ourselves for everything that is wrong in this world and in ourselves. We see this tendency to escape self-confrontation and to shift responsibility to someone or something else. We see how different groups of people insist on love and light, escaping the shadow work and the darkness. We see how certain people experience different kinds of breakdowns due to inner emptiness and ignorance. These are tricky times, but we are breaking through this together. Even though we're all at a different evolutionary stages, even though we're all individually at different levels of consciousness and being, we're all going through the same gateways and portals. Even though we live different realities and even though we experience and manifest different layers of existence, we're all being infused through air by the same elements and frequencies. We're all reacting in different ways and we're all upgrading in different ways as well. A lot of individuals work on aligning themselves with these energies naturally by being in nature, reconnecting with nature, communicating with nature, meditating, and self-healing. This shift brings many distortions and crises, which we clearly witness in our society, individually, locally, and globally. Our way of connecting to each other is about to change. Our communication and inner connection is transforming. And we see this happening right now in the world. Reconstruction of relationships and new ways of relating to each other are emerging. We are learning to connect with ourselves and others. We are given a chance to understand the Piscean age, to understand suffering, traumas, illusions, deceptions, lies, injustice, self-neglect, self-unworthiness, painful experiences, death cycles, nature, and religions. This transitional period gives us a chance to go deeper into meaning, to find the sense in what seemed senseless, to find the meaning in what seemed meaningless. We are discovering the truth. We are revealing the truth. Many people won't be able to recognize the truth even when it's revealed and totally exposed in front of them. This is because the majority of people would rather stay emotionally indulgent. They prefer the secret over the truth. And this represents the lower vibration of the Piscean age. We are invited to raise our vibrations by doing the work, by becoming more aware, more conscious, more helpful, and more self-responsible. This is a tension and friction between tradition and technology, traditional beliefs and the digital era, religion and science, attachments and detachments, codependency and independence, restrictions and liberty. All these things are coming together, mixed, intertwined, and manifested through human beings right now. During the shift of ages, we can go through collective confusion and chaos. There is a pressure and compulsion to change and transform the whole system. The old system is falling apart, and people who are dependent upon that system express hard times because they can't survive without the system. They have become dependent upon external authorities, governments, religions, institutions, consumerism, hedonism, material pleasures, and hard work. It is hard to get out of the claws of the system. This is especially hard for older generations who are already so rooted in this system that they can't even imagine what life would be like without it. This system can cause collective psychoses as well as because many might feel lost, confused, or disoriented. During the transitional period, contradictory, I was having a hard time with this word. During the transitional period, contradictory energies are highly present because there are still strong forces actively working from the previous age, and there are strong forces actively coming and pouring from the future, like today. Aquarius represents communities and groups of people, while Pisces represents religion, faith, and beliefs. And we could see more of these groups form during this period, more cults, more communities that preach and teach about new religion and old religion. New religion is based on technology and electricity. God is replaced by ether, zero field, akasha, electromagnetism, etc. New words, new terms, new names, and meanings. We will learn more about quantum fields and quantum energies, photonic light, ether, and electricity. We start practical and commercial use of light healing methods, sound healing methods, magnetic healing, electromagnetic healing, holistic healing. We start healing the cause instead of the consequence, and we're turning into self-healers. Love it. Everything that's been suppressed, neglected, denied, and ignored will start exposing and coming out on the surface. We've been seeing that more and more in these last few years, for sure. We're collectively digging up our collective depths. We're becoming aware of the collective nightmare. We're waking up from this nightmare. We're terrified when we discover that we're living in this nightmare and may struggle to wait. Okay, that's a typo there. And may struggle to find our way out. This is the balsamic phase of the ages, the dark moon phase of the ages. It's the darkest before the dawn, and we're experiencing this right now. We're at the shift of the two largest stages, divine heights of the space in contrast to demonic depths of the time. Noble beasts of the lion and new refined human, icy glow in contrast to dark warmth, chained Prometheus and liberated Prometheus. We're living in a time when the two greatest polarities of human organization are being switched. Empires are sinking while the force of union and community rises. Symbolically, the mightiness and majesty of space is tumbling down into an abyss of time in front of our eyes. This phenomenon happens every 26,000 years, and that's why we need to reconnect with wisdom and nature. We need to reconnect with primordial sages. We need to reawaken our higher minds. Christ and Christianity are not the same thing. Christ's teachings and the teachings of Christianity are not the same. And soon we will see that Christ is the master, the teacher, the timeless and ageless consciousness, the bringer of the age of Aquarius, the age which indicates awakening of Christ consciousness in each of us, cosmic Christ. The age which triggers the individuation process, the age which shows us that salvation is not outside of us, but within us. The process of polarization will appear, and it will be a long one. We already see this shift in polarities in many different areas of life, in politics, in religion, in gender, in work, in morals, in using resources everywhere. We will see increased action between the opposites, hesitation between two different ideas, two different ideologies, two different realities, two different species of people, two different worlds. Because we're coming out of this system of Because we're coming out of this system of polarity, we're starting to understand the nature of duality, opposites, and polarity. Big questions are being asked. People don't just accept what they're being told by representatives of different political, economical, military, and intellectual forces. People start asking questions. People start thinking independently. People start researching. People start learning and discovering truth and knowledge. People start looking for the answers by themselves. They don't need these forces anymore. Questions like, who am I? Where do I come from? What does life come from? What does the seed come from? Where does the universe come from? Is there a life after death? What is death? These questions have been very present, but the answers were coming mostly from manipulative and narcissistic authorities. These answers were enough for the majority. They were in some kind of hypnotic state, a state of comfort zone, not having to think about anything, but just about surviving in this world. But this is about to change. More and more people will change their attitudes, change their perceptions, change their points of view, and start thinking in different ways. A new paradigm is being created. We're coming out of the limitation of five senses. We're stretching and growing as beings. The fact that we're coming out of the limitation of five senses doesn't mean that the five senses are our enemies. On the contrary, with those five senses, we perceive everything. Those five senses are our windows, and we can stretch our perception right through those physical senses. We can't cross the other side of the river without the bridge, but we have allowed those five senses to rule over us, to hypnotize us, and we have become victims of their power. Wow, that is deep and big and a lot to chew on. Just that one section there. How our bodies, how our perception, how our senses trick us from the truth and reality. And what we have to do to get in alignment with our bodies in a way where it's not just about the basic superficial reality that we are perceiving through those senses. Okay, moving on. Despite all the pain of this rebirthing process, the global shift of consciousness has become more and more visible and evident. Our perception about healthy food, healthy lifestyles, healthy and quality ways of using our resources, our bodies, our mental health, and healthy thinking processes have shifted greatly in recent decades. Oh gosh, just in the last 5 years, there's been a huge jump. Huge. More and more people will start considering that life is meant for understanding the more subtle laws of existence and nature. People see that every life experience that we go through is intended for our evolutionary growth, for the evolution of consciousness. Earthly justice will be replaced by cosmical justice, which results in less suffering, less pain, less emotional woundings, and less mental and physical illnesses. This is a more responsible and intuitive perception of life, which is about to evolve more and more as we enter in the age of Aquarius. In order for humanity to step into this evolutionary path, we will have to face our prejudices, fears, traumas, and wounds. As long as we're being directed by selfish intentions and by personal hedonistic wishes, we won't be able to achieve any kind of peace. The environment will be purified when we purify our conscious and consciousness, when we overcome and release lust and greed from our own selves, from the inside of each of us through the individuation process. We will see how things become more and more harmonious. There's no other way around it. This is how we create the world in which there is enough of everything for everyone. This is how we create the world in which there is no lack of anything. This is how we transform hunger, suffering, and scarcity into abundance. We are going to see that this universe is the universe of abundance and that there is everything for everyone. Again, the abundance matrix. We are going to see that we can't be happy if we don't have the same intention for others to be happy. If we don't wish for good for others around us, there's no way we can enjoy anything from the heart. This is a slow opening portal, but it is in the opening process, and it opens in accordance with our intentions, actions, thoughts, and words. This rebirth process is based in our connection with nature, wisdom, knowledge, and good intentions. Ancient wisdom and knowledge will come to life, and we will see in these coming years how a more spiritually developed part of the collective, which is the minority at the moment, becomes stronger, more organized, more powerful, more significant in every area. Perception of God and divine changes. I'm going to say perception of Mother, Father, God, and divine changes tremendously. Knowledge increases, and we become aware of all kinds of entities that coexist with us. We come to understand that the creator is not an impersonal force, because the creator who created personal beings cannot be impersonal. But we also come to understand that the creator is not a gray-haired man who sits in the sky and watches upon us. Creator is similar to its creation, and everything is a replica of divine emanations which come from different dimensions. We start understanding more abstract terms and explanations during this time. We shift from worshiping the creation into recognizing and appreciating the creator. We used to worship creation and neglect the creator during many centuries. And now it is time when we meet the creation from a higher viewpoint, from a higher perspective, which allows us to understand and perceive the creator in everything and everyone. Again, we're fractals. So once we perceive the creator in us, it's easier to perceive the creator in everyone and everything else. Death becomes part of life. We start accepting death as a natural cycle, which is an integral part of our existence and evolutionary journey. We come to understand this quote from Bhagavad Gita that says, "Death is certain for one who has been born, and rebirth is inevitable for one who has died. Therefore, you should not lament over the inevitable." There are higher and lower octaves and manifestations of every age, every sign, every archetype, and everything that exists. When inner salvation and healing are triggered, not everyone will respond in the same way, and not everyone will be happy and enchanted by what they reveal and encounter. Aquarius archetype is also connected with trauma and mental health. And in this transitional period, we will also go through self-exposure and self-disclosure. We will go through a process of acknowledging and healing traumas. So all that light and love that we hear, all that light and love that we hear from all directions when talking about the age of Aquarius is not just freely falling from the sky. Different frequencies are piercing through our minds and hearts, and we have to adjust and align with them intentionally. These frequencies are here to liberate us, to get us to the next level in our collective evolution, to raise our frequency, to upgrade us as human beings, to allow us to receive more light, more wisdom, more self-empowering qualities, and more of our true nature. This won't be comfortable for everyone because these frequencies will confront each of us with our own shadows and traumas. Without this confrontation and awareness, it's impossible to receive these new waves of wisdom and perception. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Say this again. Without this confrontation and awareness, it's impossible to receive these new waves of wisdom and perception. That is key here. Key. Say it one more time. Without this confrontation and awareness, it's impossible to receive these new waves. I have a hard time with that word. Waves of wisdom and perception. So again, circling back to the Soul Quest program, that's what that's about there. About confronting ourselves, about the awareness of ourselves and our souls. And then once we have that, we can open up to the wisdom that is coming in for us. Okay, this is not something that just comes to us suddenly. This is the response of the divine. This is the response we get according to our collective intentions, aspirations, needs, actions, and dreams. The collective has been praying for salvation for a long period of time, and we can see the salvation coming, but not in the way that the majority thought it would. Not through some external force which comes to each of us and takes us by the hand. This salvation comes through us, from within us. And this salvation means that we have to grow and mature and have to become human in the real meaning of that word. We have to understand and understand what human is in order to become human, to revere our humanity, to honor our humanity, because it is it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We will also see new types of energies being used and discovered. We can already witness more and more people using solar panels and other tools and homemade devices for producing electricity, for using energy and resources in a more proper and productive way. Real knowledge about nature and electricity is being discovered. Individuals are discovering natural ways to recharge their energy, to release stress, to heal themselves, to use energy in a healing way, to use energy in a productive and meaningful way, to use elements, to use ether, to work with these energies and communicate with them, to cooperate with them and learn from them. Wisdom of nature and wisdom of cosmology are merging in us humans, and our task is to express and create and give birth to true sense, true purpose, a new life. Extraterrestrials, ETs, aliens, Galactic Federation, these are all these things are part of this new age, which many try to control and manipulate through the new age movement. This is not even close to what we think of it, and these things will soon become known as well. These things are being disclosed. Nothing that we imagine, think, and know about these things is like that. Information and images that we get through movies, comics, books, TV shows, cartoons, and stories are far away from the reality of various entities and beings that exist around us, above us, and below us. These things are very slowly being revealed as well. That thinning of the veil business. This transitional period is a game changer. We are going through a huge shift in consciousness, and our reality is being transformed immensely right in front of our eyes. We are not coming back to anything old. We're not coming back to wise ancient ages as many think. We're not coming back to Atlantis as many think. We're not coming back to anywhere. We are pushed into the future. We are pushed into the new. We are spirally moving on these evolutionary stairs. We're reclaiming that ancient knowledge and wisdom. That's true, but we're not coming back into that reality. We're not coming into any reality. We're all co-creators of our new reality, and each individual matters in this creation. We're remembering our origins. We're remembering ancient techniques and tools. We're remembering timeless wisdom, which is not limited by time. And we're becoming aware of the importance of individuality and identity. We're becoming aware that a strong collective can be built only with strong individuals. The higher octave of Aquarius and Leo, which is the opposite sign of Aquarius, is an individual who contributes to the collective and community. It is an individual who works for the greater good of her community. It is an individual who works towards the greater good of her tribe and family. It is an individual who lets other individuals express their individuality and differences. It is an individual who understands that there is no his or her tribe or his or her collective. Nothing is his or hers. Everyone is free to exist and express. Everyone has their own uniqueness, and everyone contributes with their own abilities and potentials and authenticity. Ideas of brotherhood and sisterhood are very strongly activated under the higher octave of Aquarius archetype. Let's not forget these higher octaves when hard times and intensities and uncertainties knock on our doors. A new human genius of the age of Aquarius will go down to the bottom of the human soul. She will fly into the distances of space and drain enticing secrets of nature. She will ensoul and spiritualize human materialistic aspirations for liberation and break through every pore of existence. in a luminous way. And that's it. Powerful, isn't it? Are you warm? Do you feel excited, inspired, motivated? How does everybody feel with all of that? Like I said, it was a little long, but definitely worth it. Again, this is that was chapter 3 from the Age of Aquarius book by Moon Omens. This was written mostly by Nina, who does those videos on Moon Omens for the new moon and the full moon, in collaboration with the rest of the Moon Omens team. So for those of you who are connected with Nina and watch her videos and Moon Omens, this is why these words are so awesome, because she's so awesome. I love her. Absolutely love her. So tell me what you think. Any questions, any comments for all of that? Anything that double Leo here with Vanessa. And I'm going to check in here on Leticia. Oh, and she yes, and Brosh. Okay, so earlier I mentioned a few people. So Moon Omens, Tanya Gabrielle, Pam Gregory, excuse me, and Brasha Goldsmith are the astrologers that I will be guided to tap into. Not all of them all the time at the same time, but as I'm guided. Okay, so Leticia has some questions here. She says, I have a question regarding cords. How to do a cord cutting with a person with whom there is no negative energy there. At least not that you can recall without making a super, super deep past analysis. How to prepare for that so that you can release the energy and cut the cord. Okay, so the same exact way as there would be with somebody with negative energy. It's not about, cord cutting is not about just the function of cutting cords or resetting cords with somebody because there's negative energy there. That's not necessarily the purpose of it. It's to take your life force back. That's the purpose of it. And to reset energy from that position, that reposition of the life force energy being reset within you, and when you reconnect with the other person. So you can absolutely cut cords to people that there was nothing negative or anything, traumatizing or bad happened. And you just do it the exact same way. It's about your intention. Why do you want to cut cords? Why is that good for you to cut cords? Why would it be good for them to cut cords? Your intention is to raise your frequency by raising your life force energy. So hopefully that answers your question. I got that book, but not read it yet, but started today with the book Moon and the Sacred Feminine. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they put out a few different books. I did not get that book. And then she says, the energy of Pluto changing into Aquarius sounds much like the archetype of the crone that they're describing in the book, Moon and Sacred Feminine. The rebirthing, transformation, shadow work. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Definitely feeling excited about it. Good. Thank you so much for reading this. Karen says, I really feeling inspired. I'm so glad you guys. Yeah, it is very inspiring. It is, what so many of us feel and have felt of what is happening and why we've evolved in the ways that we have, and what's changed and transpired in our own lives and in the lives around us. This is a time for really, and I hope that all of that inspires. A lot of that was about digging deep and getting into the soul. At the very end, she talks about that, doesn't she? She says, one more time here. It's right there in the first. Okay. A new human genius of the age of Aquarius will go down to the bottom of the human's soul. She will fly into the distance of space and drain enticing secrets of nature. he, she will ensoul and spiritualize human materialistic aspirations for liberation and break through every pore of existence in a luminous way. That's all like soul connection business. And it all really comes together so very beautifully and nicely when it comes to this Soul Quest program that I channeled and downloaded and am facilitating starting in about 2 weeks on the 3rd of April. Super duper excited about it, and I hope that this information from today, this energy that's coming through, it really is, and it's only here for it leaves Capricorn, goes into Aquarius, then goes back into Capricorn until next year. So we're getting like the article said, we're getting a very a big bite to like sample, and we're getting this energy right at this time when we're going to be doing the Soul Quest program. So it's all of these energies, and again about the nodes, the past and the present or the past and the future with our karma, with energy cords, with the Akashic, with our soul stories, and all of that getting realigned and aligned in a really big way. So it's basically like every tool that you could possibly wish to have as we forge and dig deep into ourselves, into our stories and our soul, and what we need to let go of, what we need to continue to nurture, what we need to heal, what we need to prioritize, and all the questions that need to be answered, and all of that, all the tools, all the energy, all the support that's coming through. Even with this and especially with this Pluto transit coming in, it's the governor of what is up with us and our soul, and getting deep with our soul. It's the governor that says now the time has come. It's like the season of the soul. Let's call it that. The season of the soul, and it comes in for a few months, leaves. I mean, we're still going to be in that energy, but comes in hard in 2024 and stays for 20 years. I mean, come on. How great is that? So let me check in here with the chat if I can. There we go. Sean, welcome, Sean. Dawn says, a total side note if, whoopsie. Dawn says, a total side note, if anyone is interested about all of this, there is an amazing series called The Changing of the Gods being the planets. It's about how astrology and the planets affect the state of affairs globally, past and present. So it's not personally based, but broadly based. Very cool. And do you know where we can find that? Is that on YouTube or Gaia? If you can say where to find that, that'd be great. Dawn. And Vanessa says, feels like all the work I've done to date was for this very period. Yes, super excited and inspiring. Very good. Dawn says, agreed, Vanessa, lifetimes of work. Definitely. Oh yeah, yes, lifetimes, 100%, Dawn. Yes. And that comes through to me all the time. Like, this is another rung in the ladder of the destiny, the work that we've put in over many lifetimes. Some of it we were conscious for, knowing what we were doing, working towards this age of Aquarius, the season of the soul. And in some incarnations we had no idea, fully oblivious to it, no matter what it was, even if we were unconscious in the process in any of our incarnations, we were still part of that going on, unconsciously. Okay. And I'm okay. So Karen says on YouTube, I'm finding out that I don't have to desire to don't have to desire to watch or focus on anything that doesn't resonate with my life and where I'm going at this time, as far as my mind, body, and soul are concerned. Good. Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything that isn't in resonance and in frequency with you. She says, my soul is hungry and knowing who I am. Your soul is hungry, I'm thinking, for knowing who I am. I know that I'm so much more than this outer appearance that everyone sees on this planet. And Leticia says, thanks so much for answering my question. I somehow associated pulling life force back with only negative energy going out. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's a legitimate question. But just remember, cords and, that is all about your life force and maximizing your life force more than anything else. And Karen says, I've thrown away and given away so much material things that don't resonate with my life. Perfect. Yeah, recycle it, give it away, donate it. I've done that a lot. It's like a couple times a year, it's like, okay, what's going on in here that I don't need? I'm pretty picky about what I bring in. But we can always do better in clearing our field. That's for sure. So making that a priority is always a good idea. Most definitely. Jeez. Okay. Trying to get back into the chat here. Okay, so Dawn says, that's what I was waiting for. Dawn says it's on YouTube when I Google it. Okay, so if you Google the thing what does it say? Something the gods? Changing of the Gods. Google it or go on YouTube and put in Changing of the Gods for that series that Dawn was talking about. Alrighty, guys. So again, Dawn, Fawn. We got Dawn, we got Fawn, we got Vanessa, Adrian, Sebastian, Mary, Jeanette, Laura, Leticia, and Terua. Thank you all for being here with me. I appreciate it. So where are we at? 1:30. Okay, 1:30. Got it. So let's do this. Let's get into our spirit walk. Like I said, unless anybody really would like me to get into a general oracle, I'm fine. If you guys really want me to, I'm fine not doing that. We've been here an hour and a half. I have given you a lot to chew on. But we can, go. I'm up for it either way. So if there's a vote to do oracle, we most definitely can do it. Otherwise, we can get right into the spirit walk. Speak your piece. Let me know what you want, people. And Karen says, I always clear my space. I have been cleaning and clearing my space for years. Good. Yeah, well, it's a constant thing for sure. For sure. I am so very itchy with this energy since yesterday. Vanessa says, I need to head out. I will listen to the replay for the spirit walk. Fawn says, me, yes. For oracle. Now, these are not, I'm not going to do any personal readings. Okay, so Vanessa, thanks for being here. Come back later, do the spirit walk. This is not for any personal readings right now. This would be for just a general read. General oracle. Goodness gracious. So let's do this. Let's do one, I guess. We're going to do, there was a lot we got into these cards the other day with the alchemy and the archetypes cards. So I thought if we're going to do oracle, this is what we would do. And so I've got the archetypes here. So let's get one archetype card. How about that? See what comes up for us through the archetypes oracle. That's the book, the Wild Unknown Archetypes. use some sage and Palo Santo here and clear. Clear, clear, clear. I love sage so much. And Palo Santo, it's such a great combination. So 1331 here, everybody, on the 23rd of March for this galactic portal. This Pluto making its transit, this big change into Aquarius, bringing us closer to our soul and our purpose and discovering transformation, exaltation, sovereignty. Big, big deal. Such a big deal. And so inspiring, so exciting, so healing, so transformational, so unifying, so loving. And if we can stay within ourselves, be a part of the collective in the most positive way that we can possibly be, while we focus on ourselves and not let the chaos and the distraction of the paradigm shifts and people freaking the fuck out around us in many different ways topple us from our perspective of being self and soul connected and aware and conscious enough to not be led astray by chaos and distraction and disruption. Oh, well, there we go. That one flying. What did we get? Oh, wow. Okay, perfect. This would be card number 38. Such a magical number I've been seeing. I see all the time, but in the last 24 hours and last night when I was up all night, saw like crazy here at 1:30. Well, that says 1:33, 1:35. The bridge. The bridge. And welcome. Is that St. Mariella? Welcome, Mariella. The bridge. Flew. It flew, people. Did you guys see it fly? I saw it fly. Where are you? Are you coming up? There it is. The bridge. Okay. The bridge, the bridge. One more time. The bridge. Okay. The connection, the link, the gate. Bridges are built to connect two worlds. They create flow, allowing us to travel between realms, ideologies, personalities. This archetype is a gesture of acceptance, of saying yes rather than withdrawing, separating, and saying no. When we cross a bridge to an unknown land, we are led magically into a new reality. We open up to otherness. Healing and communication are made possible. We enter a state of curiosity, wonder, and learning. The shaman, for example, creates a bridge between the everyday world and the sacred. This card asks us to study the connections between the seemingly disconnected parts of life, relationships, ideologies, histories. Remember that a bridge can't be forced. It must be made with love, or its structure will not withstand the inevitable weather of life. Wow, this is perfect. When light, acceptance, magic, communication. When dark, lacking boundaries, forcing connection. Imagine building a bridge, then imagine building a wall. Which energy is needed for the situation at hand? Which image softens and heals the heart? The energies coming at us now says, break through the wall. We've had walls up for way too long. The illusion is, and the reason, the excuse for those walls is for protection. But in reality, for the most part, it's to keep our illusions intact, safe from change, from disruption, from questions. Yep. And my glasses again. It goes from black ink to red ink, and it's so hard to read it. Lie on the floor and listen to the bridge over troubled water. It's a song. It's a beautiful song by Simon and Garfunkel. Bridge over troubled water. Notice the ease and acceptance within the melody. The feeling of rising above the muck. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Simon and Garfunkel is one of my favorite groups. Well, it's two guys from the 70s. Way back when I was born. And I agree. That's a beautiful song to listen to get your head kind of thinking in terms of, instead of succumbing to the chaos that is the rush of life, that we think of how we bridge ourselves from point to point, aspect to aspect, et cetera, et cetera. So there's our oracle. I hope you enjoyed it. Fawn, I hope that spoke to you. Really just, again, backing us up here and what we're talking about, right? Every time. Awesome card. Okay, where Spirit Walk is great. Okay, awesome card. I can feel it already, I think. Deep shit. Thank you for the oracle reading. You're welcome, everybody. That was good. See, that didn't take too much time. But it did reinforce what we already had coming in, that's for sure. So I love that. It's always backing me up. All right, now. Spirit Walk, everybody. Channeled, guided, astral spirit walk is what we're going to get into. I'm going to turn up this music. This is the 1111. Enter the portal of miracles, infinite blessings, manifest miracles. I say, expect miracles. Expect miracles. And miracles will happen if you expect them. If you expect a shit show, you'll probably get a shit show. If you expect miracles, you'll get miracles. It just really depends on what you're magnetizing to you. So expect miracles, expect infinite blessings, expect abundance and support in the highest possible ways to come to you. Expect your wishes to be granted. We had a whole spirit walk on wishes last week. If you missed it, definitely should go and do it. I think that was Wednesday or Thursday of last week. I've lost track. Gonna have to go back. All right, loves. So in positions, please have your music on. If you can't hear mine, I don't have it on. I'm not gonna have it on super, super loud. But it is playing over here. Crystals, candles, anything that of that nature. Eye mask or something to put over your eyes is recommended, so your third eye can really engage and open up and activate. Turning down the lights around you is good too, but putting something over your eyes is really, really preferred. All right, loves. So let's get into it. You're going to be in the seated position, or if you have to lay down, lay down. The most important thing is your physical comfort, so that you're not distracted by being uncomfortable. So whatever's most comfortable for you. And so whether you're sitting or laying down, we want to position the body that it's nice and straight and either flat on your bed or that you're straight in your chair or sitting cross-legged. So shoulders back, chest out, abs engaged, hips and pelvis straight, not tilted or shifted to one side or the other, up or down. So nice and straight. So adjust your butt and your hips. Want to position your hands in either namaste at the center of your chest if that feels good. And you can move throughout this. You don't have to stay in one spot, but to get started, namaste, or palms up on your thighs, crystals in hand if you're feeling that. I'm going to be using a couple of my clear crystal quartz points and position a couple of my amethysts right here in front of me. Whatever works for you, loves. Whatever you're feeling. Sweet smile across your lips, raising your vibration. We want to breathe in and out of our nose. So take a couple of breaths to stabilize you. Maintaining that chest out, shoulders back. Really, really straight posture for your ascension column. Receive energy to open up the vortex of energy as you connect here. Connecting right away here with this portal, this 3/23/2023 portal, this galactic portal, light streaming in. And even though it is coming at us from all directions, below, so north, south, east, and west, what's coming in for us to focus on is like a funnel of energy materializing right in front of us. It's going to come in slowly at first, little specks of light forming in front of us, and then they start to get tighter in this funnel and moving in a clockwise direction. But the energy isn't coming in. The energy and the way that we're being pulled is into the funnel. So we're going in, we're being pulled in. There's a vacuum happening here. So we're going to take our time because it's pretty intense. Want to stay stable and grounded in the physical body. At the same time, we're going to be moving with our consciousness, with our perception, energetically, spiritually, etherically moving through space and time as this funnel, this vacuum opens up. So the light of this activation of these shifts as we move deeper into the age of Aquarius, boosted with Pluto going into Aquarius, all the light is coming in, the photonic energy connecting with our dimension and our reality and the partitions of the realms and the dimension below, to the sides of us and above us. Everything is coming together into this funnel, this vortex, this vacuum. It's being condensed, softened, compressed, So we may feel some pressure around us, some G-force, if you will. Just breathe into that. Let the body get used to these energies here for a while. We don't need to rush it. Just breathe through it as these energies start to come in. It's coming in really, really slow, not too fast, because it is very, very intense. So we're starting off slowly here. We're going to ramp up. So it's like 1%, 2%, 5%, 8%, 12%, 15%, 18%, 22%. 23, 24, 25, opening, getting stronger. It's not strong enough to pull us in yet, but we're feeling the G, the force, the energy, the vacuum. 30%, 33%, 35%, more photonic light, more particles of light coming together in the quantum field around us. This is a big gate, a big portal, big galactic gate connected to the galactic center and everything that is pulling us into the age of Aquarius. That's how it works. We move from one sign to another by being pulled into the galactic center. Our position in our solar system, our galaxy, the quadrant of the universe, as it pulls us forward. We have a period of time every single month called our stargates, which pulls us further into the galactic center. But there's portals, the galactic portals like this one, big time energy that is when it's triggered and opened, and we get a big boost to be pulled in if we're in alignment with this, if our souls have guided us, that we can really intentionally connect to this in an intentional way instead of a passive way, like most people are going through it. In the intentional way, we are transforming consciously. We are sovereign in our energetic field by intentionally working with what's coming through creation directly from Father God through the multiverse and our galactic center. The massive, infinite love light energy that emanates from that center is exactly the energy, the same energy that your soul is comprised of. Therefore, the magnetism and the frequency is always going to be in alignment, no matter what. And the more that you're connected with your soul, the stronger you can connect with the frequency of the galactic center and be pulled into and help Gaia and our entire system with your consciousness, with your intention, move forward. 40%, 45%, more light, more energy coming in, more G-force, more vacuum energy, 50%, holding here at 50%. Yes, that is very much like being in a rocket ship that's about to blast off. Most definitely. You could feel the vibrations and the shaking. You could feel the power and the energy that's pushing and pulling at the same time. 55%, holding at 55% here. It's getting brighter. 60%, 60%. We're starting to move into this vacuum, into the tunnel and funnel and vortex of this gate. The light from the galactic center is getting brighter. The particles of light in the plasma that is in front of us is getting brighter. 65%, 70%, getting stronger here. Our guides and guardians coming in, reminding us that we're not alone. There's nothing to be afraid of. This is the future. This is our transformation. This is our rebirth. Everything that we've done up until now, everything that we've done has led us to this. 75%, holding at 75%, getting used to being pulled in. We're getting pulled in a little bit more here, getting closer to the portal. 80%, 82, 83, holding at 83. Take a deep breath in and out of the nose. Stabilize yourself. Check your body. Feel into your chakras. Open up. Tell your body that all of this is good business. We're going to heal through this energy. We're going to pop the lid off of some serious galactic and creational medicine and take our dose willingly. Gulp it down. Let it do its business within us. 85%. 88%, 90%, holding at 90%. We're moving further in. We're getting closer. Particles coming together stronger. The vortex is spinning now much faster and faster and faster. Feel the G, feel the force, feel the vacuum energy. Hold on to yourself. Tell yourself this is good. Feel the light, feel the brilliance, the illumination coming through. The magnetism with our soul, and our soul is moving us from the chest, from the heart center forward. 92, 93. We're starting to move into the funnel now, into the vacuum. 95%. 96, 97, 98, 99, 100%. Portal is open, full light pulling us in, bright light. And in the count of three, at the count of three, you're going to surrender. Stop holding on and let yourself go, like going into a water slide or a regular slide, like jumping into a pool. You're just going to jump. This is a quantum leap that we're making. The portal is open. It's at 100%. At the count of three, you're going to jump into the portal, jump into the light. No fear. No fear, just love. Count of three. 1, 2, and 3. Jump into the light. Jump into the light. Jump into the light. Be in the light. Swirling and swirling. Moving through. You have the feeling of both moving extremely fast, but being very much in control. You're not tumbling through this. You're flying intentionally through this vacuum, through this gateway, through this quantum leap that we're making right now. You're flying through it. Your intention is yourself, your soul, your healing, your understanding, the next step in your evolution, the highest possible timelines. That's where you're going. That's what you're connecting to. Be in that tunnel, in that vortex. Quantum leap here. Intentions of programs that no longer need to be installed. Tell your body to begin deleting programs and stories that no longer serve you as you're quantum leaping into the future, higher, brighter timelines for yourself, abundant timelines. See yourself connecting to the abundance matrix of Gaia, the crystalline abundance matrix of Gaia. Feel yourself as turning from carbon to crystalline within your DNA. Crystal DNA as you quantum leap into the future, into higher timelines. You're energized. You feel love. You feel the pull of your soul family calling you on both sides of the field. Meet us after and in and within the quantum leap. Leaping, further. Keep going. pinks and purples and violets just shooting by in the vacuum, shooting by, pinks and violets and purples and indigos, shooting by in a stream of green as we're getting pulled in by our soul. The vortex is surrounded by red and then green in the center, violet and purple and indigo, pinks, purples. Fly in the vortex, quantum leaping. The intention is your soul purpose, and your destinies of the highest possible caliber. Attuning your frequency to these highest possible timelines of your future. Being formed now, quantum leap. Have the intention, sending out your life force into the future, into the life, the web of life, and how it connects and how it is within and through and upon Gaia. Not flat, but spherical. Time, spherical, not straight. Integrate. Time, spherical, not straight, not flat, not straight. Round, spherical. Quantum leap into the round, into time, into the reality of time. See your timelines circling you from the inner circle, tight circles, bigger circles going out from you, spiral of time that you're in the center of. Your timelines coming out from the center of you, going up, up, up. Release and delete the ones that are going down and lower frequency timelines in everything and everyone and anything that is attached to that. Experiences, traumas, addictions, denials, lies, injustices, abuses, pains and hurts, and everything about that. Delete and let them fall, let them crumble. As you quantum leap into the future, spiral of time coming out from you, getting bigger and bigger, going up, up, up. See it as a staircase, a light staircase going up, up, up. Fly up into your higher timelines. Connect to them. You don't even need to know the details. You just need to know that those are your highest possible timelines connected to you and your soul. The highest possible timelines that are afforded to you in this incarnation, and every infinite possibility that your micro choices and macro choices make in alignment with all of your bodies and all of your chakras and energy centers, with all of your organs and all of your limbs and all of your processes of your human physical form and vessel. Everything working for you. Everything working for you. Leap and fly. Quantum leap into the future through this galactic portal. You are the event. You are New Earth. You are Human 2.0. You are the evolution of humanity, incarnate, divine, beautiful soul. You have so much power. Tell yourself through this vacuum, through this quantum leap, through this magnetism to your highest possible timelines, that you are open to receive, that you believe, that you remember, and you will continue to remember just how powerful you are, how connected you are, how loved you are, how supported you are, how you wouldn't be here unless you were somebody with big contributions to make to the whole. Fly and rise as a rainbow light, the bridge coming into focus, into view now. The bridge coming in, the rainbow bridge into the quantum leap in our new reality, the new paradigm. The bridge is coming up. We're seeing the vacuum and the vortex changing here. The funnel and the tunnel of this wormhole getting bigger and bigger. Bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it is all around us. We're not going through it. It is all around us, and we have arrived. And there is the bridge, the light bridge, the rainbow bridge. We just have to consciously move ourselves, walk across the bridge, look at the new earth, at the new paradigm. See yourself along the bridge. There's mirrors going all the way across the bridge. See yourself, see your light body, see your soul. See the shadow of all the incarnations that are with you upon this walk into the new paradigm, where you will meet and know more and more, deeper and deeper, those other incarnations, those other lifetimes, through your power, your magnetism to remember. Walk across the bridge with intention, with excitement, with inspiration and motivation. Can anything stand in your way? Is anything as powerful as you? No. I am powerful. I am divine. I am conscious. I am awake. I'm evolving. I'm creating. I am healing. I am loving. All that is, has been, or will ever be, that I, my soul, and any of my incarnations are connected to, may they rise with me, grow with me, evolve with me as I step from this bridge into the new paradigm. Fully conscious and aware, open, ready, empowered, connected to my soul more than ever before. And I continue to walk closer and closer and closer to reunite my divine union with my soul every single day. This is my most important mission. Number one priority, me and my soul. Soul connected. Walk into the new paradigm here. Beautiful, opalescent, glittering, rainbow light streaming all around us. No details here. Just love, light, a new place, a new paradigm for us to move forward. Just walk into the light. Continue to walk into the light. Intentional. And no fear. See yourself now. Are you afraid of anything in this space? No, because you know there is nothing to be afraid of. Life happens for me. As I create and co-create, I am not a victim. Nothing happens to me. I am not a victim. I am responsible. I am mature. I am wise. I am loving. I am sympathetic, empathetic, sensitive to my journey and to the journey of others. May we all rise. May we all rise. May we all rise together. Empowered, strengthened by each other. Look to the left, look to the right. See your soul family here with you in their own divine right and space, sharing this new paradigm. all of these intertwined timelines. You are not an island. You are part of the whole, the all. The one is the all. Here we are together. Take a deep breath. And let yourself float here. Be here. Peaceful here. Feel your heart and soul, body, mind floaty. You can move here in a float. There is no ground to touch. Just move with intention. Consuming this light through your beingness, sending this light to all of your incarnations in every space and dimension of time. Send this light. Send this light. And with this light, send to your infinite incarnations, soul stories, together you rise as one, sending this energy back and forth within the loop of your infinite soul. As one rise, all rises. All your guides and guardians with you, celebrating us. So happy that we've made this leap consciously and intentionally. So happy. Loosening the layers that separate us from our soul. Seeing them peeling apart. And as the days and weeks and months continue on in this beautiful year of 2023, our guides and guardians will support us in transmuting those layers of separateness so we can be once again reunited divinely with our soul. May your heart stay and always be open. May the unconditional love that you feel right now be part of your ever waking moments, ever sleeping in dreamlike state moments. May they filter through to every aspect of your life. So be it, and so it is, dear beautiful soul family. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for this amazing energy brought to us by our Mother, Father, God, and Gaia, all of our guides and guardians, your own very soul guiding you here. I, as always, am so excited, happy, blessed, and grateful to be here to facilitate this kind of work that we do intentionally and consciously. Thank you all for being here, all of you on both sides of the veil. Please go as guided for how quickly or slowly you move through the rest of your day. Rest, drink water, assimilate, journal. Go out into nature, get some sunlight if you can. Rest, rejuvenate, nurture yourselves. I love you all a lot. And I will see you all tomorrow, Friday, for our last spirit or daily spirit show of the week. Again, 12 o'clock Pacific. Remember, you can always replay this and share with Soul Family. I love you all so, so much. Thank you for being here once again. And I'm going to try to check in with the chat, see if there's anything here before we go. If I can. Okay, good. You're welcome for the oracle reading, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that felt really good. You're probably feeling a little maybe woozy or tingly. Just let your body acclimate to all of that. I love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Till tomorrow.